ready, boys? Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Real hard.
Some lump of this. Lump right here. But smooth, I mean, not veiny at all.
Looks oily in the camera.
I think it seems a little bit oilier than the last one we smoked.
Have any pre-light flavor? Yeah.
A little sweet.
What he said.
Citrusy, I think.
It does have a kind of a citrusy.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, not that loud. There's some in the middle there, so
Nice taste, I think. It was orangey. I smelled cocoa first.
I was over Victor Benny was we ran into the combine, man. The combine is still in the January 4th, you know.
What do you think of the construction of it?
He went like that.
Other than that lump, right? It's not crooked or anything like that. Cap is good. Feels good. Even though it's hard, I think it's pulling nicely.
Yeah.
The ears don't pop drawing.
No. Thinking about the amount of smoke getting enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be an abundance of smoke, but there's definitely enough there.
It's like insipid taste. I just can't get.
I don't know. It still almost has like a citrusy taste.
Yeah. It's definitely not woody
No.
or earthy.
What do you think of the body?
I think it's great. It's just enough taste, lingers well. Nothing harsh or anything like that.
So far, where do you think it fits in your day? Morning, afternoon, evening?
Yeah.
I agree.
No, I think I could smoke this as bad. It's nice. It's not real strong to get there.
a nice taste in it.
Yeah, it seems to be quite flavored.
Yeah,
They're all subtle.
absolutely. For me, it seems to be a slower burn than the last one. And I'm a fast smoker.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a long smoke.
Yeah, this would be good. Just relaxing.
Does it taste comparable to anything else that you smoke?
I'm good at remembering that.
No, I can't say that it reminds me of anything else.
But I like the taste. Good.
You got a lot of that citrus in the finish.
Yep. This, I think, is a cigar that would stand alone. You wouldn't have to augment it with a drink or anything like that. There's enough flavor in it that
This is one of those cigars that you wouldn't necessarily need to pair it with a drink, but you'd want to just to see what it would do, whether it would bring out even more of the flavors.
it's a very good point. See me coming home, sitting on the deck, just sitting there. Wouldn't need anything to go with it. But if someone poured me a glass of bourbon, I would say, yeah, I'm smoking a cigar. Like you said, just to see.
AIG did. They took a $400,000 jump. Thank you. No, that's good. It's got bombing it.
The ashes, nice thick ash. Some of them made this knew their stuff. I don't think this is a novice. This is someone that had years on the line, made a good cigar.
Yeah, construction seems to be pretty good. You were saying earlier that it was hard, it felt hard in your hand. Do you prefer a cigar that feels solid like that, and you like one that's a little softer?
Well, some of the other couple of taste tests, there was a spongy one that we had, but I don't think it did anything to the taste or anything like that. The hard, you would think that it would be a hard draw, but this is a well-constructed, and the feel before I lit it and I started squeezing it, I don't think has anything to do with the taste, the draw, or anything like that. So maybe that's not a purchasing point. You know, if you take it out of the box, if you squeeze it a couple times. I've had, like I said, I had spongy ones that were very good, and this one that felt hard is very, very good.
Yeah. I like the firmer one.
You know, I would think that a spongy one, you know, one puff, you're through it already.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the firmness definitely seems to be slowing down the tone of this quite a bit. It was nice, slow firm. Not a tough draw at all, though. It's a slightly firm draw, but it's not like you're trying to suck to a straw. I mean, it's definitely, there's some resistance there, but it's nice.
I noticed the big cats are getting their bonuses. No matter what goes under, they
I feel like it's a little bit, the draw is a little bit stronger to draw, tighter to draw than the last one.
I have to say that this is possibly an expensive cigar.
It's smoking like one.
Where do you think it would fall? I would say above $6.
Yeah, I was thinking around 7. A lot of flavors out here.
Yeah.
It's a good $7 cigar.
Now, what do you think makes it a $7 cigar? A little bit of everything? Just flavor alone? Construction alone? Well, I would think a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, this has retained its shape. The flavor is, to me, delicious. That lump, it's a non-issue at this point. I mean, to look at it, yeah, there was a lump in it, but that's definitely a non-issue as far as everything else.
It's a little stronger than the other one I had, but it's not a harsh draw.
Lay it out. The other guy lays his plan out. Then you get a couple of beats.
Think it has much in terms of nicotine?
No.
No, I don't think so.
To me, the price is more on the lines of what I get out of it. I could care less what it looks like if it's a good smoke. I really, the appearance doesn't affect my perception of price too much. The flavors and the enjoyment that I get out of it is what determines how much I'll pay for it.
The second
Does the brand name on the cigar make any difference to you, whether or not you feel comfortable spending, X number of dollars? For instance, would you be okay spending $9 on an Ashton as opposed to, say, $5 for Gran Habano?
No. The only time that the brand would come into play is if I had numerous cigars out of a particular line that I didn't really care for. Then I would be hesitant to spend a higher dollar value on that cigar. But no, the brand name really doesn't come into play as far as price point.
But you could buy a Chevy or you could buy a Cadillac and still get from point A to point B. If you buy a Cadillac, you expect certain things with the Cadillac name. If you buy I don't know, Carlos Fuentes, you would expect a consistently good cigar. If you buy Glenfiddich liquor, Scotch, you would expect a certain level versus.
So I'm following you. Let me go a little further on that.
Please do.
If you're buying your Chevy or your Cadillac, and Chevy wanted, say, $500 additional for a certain option, and Cadillac wanted $700 for that same option, do you think that's right? Do you think that just because the Cadillac name is affiliated with it, that option should actually cost the additional money?
Well, obviously, the marketeers.
Oh, I agree. They think so, but I'm saying in your own mind, because I think that relates more to his question is, would you pay more because of the name that's attached to it?
Well, when I was first smoking cigars, you know, like I said, I would look for the cigar aficionado rating.
Which there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Right. But now, I think I'm developing a palate, and I'm not trying to avoid your question, but I think I'm become a product of my own biases, and I would have to say that, again, I would expect $10 cigar Fuentes. I don't know if I would go after like a TMO $10 cigar. You said, here's $10, Jess. Buy one cigar. I would probably go towards a Fuente or an Oliva than a TMO, because I think a TMO, to me, it doesn't seem like a premium cigar.
I'm agreeing with you so far, without a doubt.
But I'm learning that price does not always make a good cigar. But when it comes to like a camera, a Nikon with a Zeiss, Carl Zeiss lens is going to be better than a Kodak. Now, if they have the same pixels and they have, you know, the same doodads, it all depends on everything, your environment, your upbringing, your, you know, what you've come to expect in life. Why do I buy instruments that are made in Germany versus instruments that are made in Pakistan? I mean, a toenail cutter is a toenail cutter, but I would expect the one in Germany to, you know, last me longer. I don't have to get it sharpened as often. It makes my job easy.
I agree with you.
Oh, look at that.
Try rotating a little bit, because really, some of that might be because that window's open.
But what I've learned from you, I mean, I'm incorporating it when I go downstairs, and I'm not going to stick myself on a certain brand. Variety is the spice of life, and you got to keep changing.
I've been trying to go for different stuff too, because I got stuck on something different there.
Yeah, when I first came in here, I would buy, I can't think of the name of the 2 cards. They had the sweet taste, Baccarat. But then I would, you know, that's what I smoked years ago. You know. But then, you know, your palate changes. You speak to people, you try different things. So I don't try and stick with something. But you come in.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely going to develop your favorites that are going to be go-to, so to speak. But
Ooh, this is a good cigar. I like this. I like this cigar.
I'm liking it. I still think it's a little stronger than the last one, but it's good flavor.
Definitely good flavor cigar.
Well, I gotta
You ever come across any cigars that routinely go beyond your expectations? I think they're worth certainly more than you pay for them?
Well, it may sound silly, but I think the nub, that's sort of like, I'll come back to it. And I'll look, I'm not sure, I'll go back to it nub. Because something about that intrigues me. How it's made, how something so small can give such a satisfying smoke. So that's sort of like, at this point, when I go back to a cigar, I'm not sure. Because so far, I've gotten a consistently good cigar with the nub. I haven't tried all the nubs, but the ones I have.
Are there any cigars that you don't think live up to the price point, but you buy them because you like them? Like, for instance, if that same nub was, say, $8.50.
If I was in a tobacco store, like the one on 6th Avenue in New York City, I forget the name, they have a lot of the same brand. So if I was there and I wasn't, or like going to a Davidoff store, I don't think I've smoked more than one Davidoff in my entire life, so I'm not really sure what they are, and I know they're expensive. So if I wasn't 100% sure and I saw a nub there for $8, and I wasn't 100% sure about the Davidoffs, yeah, I would probably try the nub because I wouldn't be sure what I'd be getting with the Davidoff. That's when I would spend a little bit more for something that I know is consistent. That's why I go to Starbucks. You know, the roast is the same. You want their pike cafe. That's a light coffee. You want something a little bit bolder. That's what you're getting. But they charge the same for a heavy blend versus a lighter blend. But that's when I would go back to if I wasn't sure, if I was in a cigar store, I wasn't 100% sure, and I wanted to get something, I'd go back to a number, even though it was a little bit more.
I guess we're about half an hour into it now. What do you think of the burn rate?
This is a great burn rate.
Yeah, real good burn rate.
I mean, if I was at home smoking this and they wanted me, they'd have to be bleeding from every orifice for me to,
I'll be right there.
yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done here. Yeah, I'm developing a little crack here too. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen,
But it's close to the end though.
How much of a negative impact do you think that puts on your impression of the cigar when you see a split develop?
To me, it depends on what happens. If it's just a split and I can smoke through it, no impact. But if it's a split that just keeps constantly getting worse and it starts affecting the burn line, then it definitely has a negative impact.
I would smoke another one. Like you said, it wouldn't put me off unless I consistently had that problem. But I look at that as just a flaw that happens occasionally, not a common thing. Like you said, if you could smoke through it, it's no big deal.
I don't think I like a cigar that I have to fight with. You know, you gotta keep lighting it. You gotta make concessions for bad construction.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, somebody has an off day or it wasn't stored properly. But if you gotta fight it and keep lighting it after every couple of puffs, I don't care how expensive it is.
Or how inexpensive for that
It's not a,
matter.
yeah, it's not a good cigar.
Right.
I think the orange taste is, for me, it's getting stronger, but in a good way, not something
Mine
that,
seems to be fading.
really.
Could just be I'm getting accustomed to it too.
This certainly would be a gift to someone you really like. Someone that really did you a favor, this would be. You know, I think I would be prone to give this to someone that's first starting, because there's strength to it, but nothing that would make some new person not like it.
It's very enjoyable smoke.
Yeah. So it might. I don't think it would turn a new smoker off.
No, I don't think so either. No,
I think it would give a very favorable impression to someone that says.
Yeah, there's no harshness to it. There's no overpowering flavors to it.
No, it's not.
It tastes good. It tastes like what I would expect a cigar to taste like. Now, personally, I don't like woody. I don't like dry. I don't really like leathery. And a light cigar like the last one was a little leathery, little dry, but light. This has more tastes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would turn somebody on rather than turn them on.
I agree with you.
You know, it's like that Jameson, the second Jameson. Was that the black?
Yeah.
That I thought also was a good cigar with the taste that just seemed to get better. This is excellent from puff one. I think.
This is pretty consistent.
You said that it'd be a good gift to give someone. Would you be reluctant to give it as a gift if it had some no-name brand?
No, I don't think so, because I would explain to the person that, from my experience with cigars, that there are good inexpensive cigars and good expensive cigars, but this cigar, at this point, not knowing the price point, I think this is a very good cigar, and I don't think anybody would say, oh, Dresner gave me a $3 box of $3 cigars, I did this great favor for him. I would think that, oh my God, I can't believe that this cigar is it's a great cigar, and thanks. But I don't think anybody would blow this cigar off knowing the price either way. But that comes from Bud's tutelage that you can't judge a book by its cover. Would I give this to? I would have what's his name, the publisher of Cigar Aficionado. I would say to him, this is something you should try. And if he said, I don't smoke $3 cigars, I'd say, no, you got to try this.
I did it last Sunday.
So,
I wouldn't expect this to be a $3 cigar.
yeah, no, neither would I.
All the wild cherries
Well, as we're getting down through it, what do you think it's worth to you now?
In the $5-7 range. I wouldn't mind paying $5-7, $5-7.
Yeah. I'd push it closer to the.
A little over $7-8.
I don't know. Again, now we're opening up my Pandora's box of, you know, Chevy versus Cadillac, you know, that stuff.
Let's say we went with a higher number and said if it was a $7 cigar, how often do you think you'd purchase it? Versus some of the other $5 cigars that you've had.
Yeah. He resigned. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it more something you'd smoke on a more of a special occasion? Not something you smoke.
Yeah,
not
maybe
like a run-of-the-mill
maybe
kind of
more
cigar?
of a special occasion.
And what if we were on the other end of the spectrum and it actually was a $3 cigar? How often do you think you'd purchase it?
Quite often. Quite often, because
Yeah. To me, I relegate a special occasion cigar as more of like I don't know, an over $10. That's a special occasion cigar.
uh-oh, a bit of a monkey wrench. It's split.
Yeah. I just got another one.
I got one.
So far, it hasn't affected anything.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
So what do you think of the splits? Are they taking anything away from the cigar? Are they getting harder to smoke?
No. So far, it hasn't impacted it at all.
I don't think that's going to work. I just don't. I think it's too close to everything going on.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of shit going on. Maybe we'll do another one.
What do you think about the way it's smoking?
Easy. No problems. The draw is still good. Taste is still good.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit stronger near the end, but I think that,
That's to be expected,
yeah,
really.
absolutely. Some of the orange is
It would be nice to do something.
dissipating for me.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we did look at it. Take care.
So what do you think the ideal situation would be to smoke this cigar?
Smoke it with some friends, relaxing.
Yeah, you definitely want to smoke the cigar where you can sit and enjoy it. You wouldn't want to smoke this while you're trying to do something.
Yeah.
This is more of a sit down and enjoy type of smoke.
How much impact do you think this social situation or the atmosphere has on a cigar? You think it could make a pretty lousy cigar pretty exceptional, or just the opposite?
It depends on what you mean by a lousy cigar.
If it turned out to be a lousy cigar,
Well, maybe-
As far as lousy in lackluster taste or lackluster performance.
Taste.
Taste, I think the social surroundings might be able to actually pick up a cigar that's kind of not really doing well in the taste department. As long as it wasn't a really bad cigar. I mean,
Yeah, if there was
it's
a
just kind of
formaldehyde-
lackluster, the social environment might help pick it up a little bit.
yeah, but we've been here that, you know, you've seen a pop, it's split in the beginning, and
Then smoke through it.
yeah, you do, but some of the guys, they go downstairs, they get another one. It's just not worth it to smoke through it.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying. If the split or whatever does not impact the rest of the cigar, I'm just going to smoke through it. You know, but if it starts leading into burn issues, then becomes a big issue,
Yeah.
and I'd rather just not deal with it.
Well, for the guy that is kind of in the middle of nowhere and he's got to order all cigars online, how do you think this type of social situation has an impact? Do you think that he's missing something perhaps by not being able to go to a cigar shop or not be in a social situation with a cigar?
I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you learn.
Well, that's why I'm doing this, so I can learn something. 'Cause I'm still like a novice. But that,
I think it's much more enjoyable to be able to have the camaraderie to sit down and smoke
Yeah.
with a group of guys versus, smoking on your own, by yourself. It's just, it's a definite experience that it's a plus.
well, I enjoy it more with a group of people.
Yeah.
Where I'm the only one that's smoking a cigar, or there's a couple people smoking. Like even this one, looks like it's burning. The burn got even.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a cigar store where, nobody knows you, but you light up a cigar, you sit down, somebody's going to start talking to you.
Right.
You just have fun with that. Usually I come here Wednesday afternoons and it's, come after surgery, it's quiet, you get away, I have to unwind a little, but sometimes I pull by, I don't see a car I know, smoke something from my humidor, I don't have to sit here, I could be at home and, pull out the computer.
So now we're getting down toward the end, even with the wrapper problems. How do you think it's performed?
Good.
Good, very good.
I'm getting a slight uneven burn now, and I think it's due to the slit, but
Doesn't,
I'm down near the end anyhow, so it's...
I don't think it detracts. I'm coming to, my split's getting bigger, but that's the heat.
What do you think the best thing to pair with the cigar would be as far as the drink goes?
I don't know, I'm still a little unsure of that. I mean, this thing's doing real well all by itself. But I'd be interested to try different drinks with it, just to see if it wouldn't enhance certain parts of it.
I would have coffee or a beer with it, just to relax, sit back.
I guess we've been at this for a little under an hour. What do you think of the burn rate?
It's a great burn rate.
Yeah.
Now both of these cigars were Robustos, 5x50. What do you think an average time is for something like that? For you?
45 minutes.
Depends on the environment. If I'm in a social setting, it could easily be an hour and a half. If I'm sitting back, relaxing, an hour. If I'm trying to smoke it while I'm on the computer, it could be 2 hours.
So what do you think the least appealing thing about this cigar was?
The split.
I burned right through the split. It didn't impact anything.
Were there any flavors in the cigar that just didn't quite sit well with you?
Nah.
No. No, they were all pretty good. Very tasty.
When I said the split near the end, it was so good. You know, I was expecting almost like perfection to the end, but oh my gosh, it split. So a little flaw, but the taste was, for me, consistent all the way through. The burn rate, it was just something that surprised me, that something this good would split.
What was it, a Robusto?
Yeah. What do you think of the last impressions? Well, just to sort of summarize the cigar. You know, positive points about it.
It burned evenly. The orange taste throughout was very good. I think it was just a fine cigar.
I think it was a good cigar. Despite the fact that it's split, I still think it's a good cigar. I'd definitely buy one.
Yeah.
You already know what it is?
Yep.
Well, if I told you it was a $10 cigar, would you be upset?
No.
You think that would be sort of on par with what you think of a $10 cigar?
Yep.
Yeah, what if I told you that $10 is probably $8 too high?
It's a $2 cigar.
$2.50.
Oh my God.
Jesse's definitely going to be gifting these away now.
Oh my God. That is amazing.
And Kurt did have them downstairs. I don't know if he still does. And the first cigar is also a $2.50 cigar.
Oh,
They come in bundles of 25. They are all Nicaraguan tobacco. The first one was Connecticut Shade, and the second one was Corojo.
What was the second one?
Corojo.
Corojo.
Flor de Oliva. Oh my God.
It's a Flor de Oliva bundle.
Wow. I am. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am stunned.
Now, judging by the band alone, it's pretty simple. You think you'd walk past that had you not smoked it?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I haven't in the past, so I wouldn't. That's exactly
You've had these? Wow.
Not the, I haven't had the gold. That's the first I've had the gold.
I'm stunned.
It's been a while since I had the Corojo.
Kurt did have the Corojos downstairs. I'm not sure if he does anymore or not.
It's amazing.
I enjoyed this second one. More flavor.
Yep. Speechless. It just goes to show. Thanks, Walt.